The Atlanta streets are on fire right now because a bombshell has dropped that nobody was ready for. Kendra's pregnancy, something fans thought was private and sacred, has just been dragged out into the open in the messiest way possible. What should have been a moment of joy turned into a nightmare after shocking details spilled online. And the man caught in the middle of the storm is none other than young Jock. Sources claim that when he found out, Jock completely lost it, and his reaction has left fans questioning everything about their marriage. Was this pregnancy really a secret? Who exposed it? And why is Jock so furious when most husbands would be celebrating? With rumors of betrayal, whispers of another man being involved, and castmates already picking sides, this scandal has quickly spiraled into one of the most explosive storylines Love and Hip Hop has ever seen. When the news first broke, fans couldn't believe their eyes. It wasn't through a magazine spread or a happy announcement on social media. It came through a messy leak. Screenshots, alleged voice notes, and even grainy photos started surfacing online, hinting that Kendra might be pregnant. And instead of joy, the reveal brought chaos. The leak spread like wildfire across blogs, fan pages, and gossip accounts, each one dropping a little more fuel onto the fire. At first, many fans thought it was just a rumor after all. Celebrity gossip spreads fast, and Kendra had always been careful about what she shared with the public. But then an alleged friend of a friend posted a photo of Kendra at what looked like a doctor's office. She appeared visibly emotional, holding paperwork. And the caption under the photo read, "She wasn't ready for y'all to know yet, but the truth always comes out." Within hours, the internet erupted. Fans started tagging young Jock, demanding answers, and that's when things took a sharp turn. Jock, instead of congratulating his wife or ignoring the drama, reportedly exploded behind the scenes. Sources close to the couple claimed Jock was livid, not just about the pregnancy, but about the fact that it had been exposed without their control. He felt blindsided. One insider revealed this wasn't how he wanted the world to find out, and he's furious that now it looks like someone close to them betrayed their trust. But it didn't stop there. Jock's anger wasn't only about the leak, was also about the whispers that immediately followed. Rumors swirled that Jock wasn't the only possible father, that Kendra had been seen exchanging late-night texts with another man just months earlier. Screenshots of alleged DMs started circulating, showing Kendra in flirty conversations with a rapper who fans claim had a long history with the Love and Hip Hop circle. This revelation made Jock's reaction make a lot more sense. Instead of celebrating, he was questioning, was the baby really his? Who leaked the news? And why did it seem like the scandal was designed to embarrass him publicly, adding even more tension? Bambi and Erica Dixon wasted no time jumping into the conversation. Erica posted a cryptic tweet that read, "See, the truth always slips out eventually. Y'all act perfect for the cameras, but we know what's really happening." Fans immediately took it as a jab at Kendra, fueling speculation that people in the cast knew about the pregnancy long before it went public. Bambi followed up with her own shady post, uploading a photo of herself with the caption, "Glad it ain't me in that mess." The shade didn't stop with them. Even Spice threw her 2 cents in during a live, laughing as fans flooded her comments with questions. "Me, nah, know nothin' about Kendra and Jock, but me here say the tea sweet," she teased, leaving her followers screaming in the chat. By this point, Jock's fury was impossible to hide. Reports claim he stormed out of a family gathering when people started congratulating him, allegedly shouting that y'all don't know the whole story, before slamming the door. Witnesses described the scene as tense, with family members shocked by how angry Jock was instead of being happy. One cousin supposedly told a blogger, it felt like he wasn't mad about the pregnancy itself. He was mad about how it happened, how it came out. He kept saying someone set him up. And then came the audio leak. Out of nowhere, an anonymous account posted a recording of what sounded like Jock's voice on the phone with a close friend. In the clip, Jock could be heard venting, "Man, I don't even know if that baby is mine. She out here making me look stupid? They tryna clown me, bro. This ain't how it's supposed to go." The internet went wild. True, this audio proved that Jock himself doubted Kendra's loyalty and the paternity of the child. But was it real? Some fans swore the voice matched Jock perfectly, pointing out his unique tone and speech patterns. Others insisted it could have been AI generated or manipulated to make him look bad. Either way, the damage was done. The public now believed Jock was not only furious, but suspicious of Kendra's pregnancy. Meanwhile, Kendra stayed silent. No posts, no comments, no statements, nothing. That silence only fueled speculation further. Was she hiding because the rumors were true? Was she waiting for the right moment to tell her side? Or was she simply heartbroken that what should have been a private, beautiful moment was turned into a circus? By the end of the week, blogs were running wild headlines. Kendra pregnant but is Jock the father? And young Jock explodes over leaked baby news. Fans couldn't get enough of the drama, dissecting every past interview, every appearance, every small detail of the couple's timeline. Some even claimed Jock had looked distant in recent episodes, suggesting he'd known something was off for a while. What should have been a blessing was now a battlefield. The lines were drawn, some fans defending Kendra, saying she didn't deserve to have her personal life blasted out like this, and others siding with Jock, arguing that his anger made sense. If there really were questions about trust, and just when it seemed like things couldn't get more chaotic, whispers started spreading that another tape was about to drop, tape that could confirm once and for all whether Jock's suspicions were real or not. The world held its breath. If part 1 was shocking, part 2 was where things spiraled out of control. Because while the internet was still busy debating the authenticity of Jock's leaked phone call, another bombshell detonated, and this one had a name attached. The mysterious rapper that people had been whispering about suddenly got pulled into the spotlight when screenshots of private, late-night messages between him and Kendra surfaced on Instagram gossip blogs. The alleged DMS showed Kendra talking about how unhappy she was in her marriage, how she felt Jock didn't appreciate her, and most explosively she hinted at wanting someone real in her life. The messages weren't explicitly romantic, but the tone was flirty enough to leave fans questioning her intentions. One line in particular ignited chaos. "Sometimes I wonder if I chose wrong. You make me feel alive in ways he doesn't." The rapper in question, none other than an up-and-coming Atlanta artist who had recently been seen hanging around some of Jock's love and hip-hop castmates. His name wasn't top-tier mainstream, but in the streets. He had a reputation. Now he was being painted as the possible other man in Kendra's life. Jock reportedly lost his mind when the DMS dropped. According to a close friend, Jock went into full meltdown mode, cursing out everyone around him and accusing cast members of setting him up. He swore up and down that somebody from the show was behind it all, the insider shared. He said the producers wanted him to look stupid, like they'd been plotting to embarrass him. He felt betrayed by Kendra, but even more betrayed by the whole system. But Jock wasn't the only one raging. Kendra, too, was furious. Though she hadn't made any public statements, word began leaking from her inner circle that she insisted the messages were fake, fabricated. Screenshots designed to make her look guilty. One of her friends even posted on Twitter, "Y'all really believe anything y'all see online? Those screenshots are so obviously edited. Stop spreading lies." Still, the damage was done. Fans weren't sure who to believe, and the narrative that Jock might not be the father gained even more traction. Twitter threads broke down timelines, pointing out that Kendra had been spotted at events where Jock wasn't present, and the rumored rapper had been in the same place. The speculation only deepened when a fan uploaded a blurry photo showing Kendra and the rapper at the same lounge, sitting at different tables but close enough to suggest they knew each other. Meanwhile, Erica Dixon once again jumped in with more. She went live, sipping wine as fans flooded her comments with questions. She smirked and said, "All I'ma say is this. Don't be surprised when the receipts keep coming. Ain't nobody perfect. That's all I'm gon' say." Sly grin had fans convinced she knew more than she was letting on. Bambi wasn't far behind either. She uploaded a meme about men adding fuel to the fire. Another audio leak dropped this time, allegedly Kendra's voice. In the clip, she could be heard venting to a girlfriend about how Jock wasn't there for her emotionally. "I'm tired of feeling like I'm alone. In my own house," she said. "He's worried about his image, about what people think, but he don't worry about me." The audio didn't mention the rapper, but the context painted Kendra as a woman frustrated in her marriage, which only made the DMS look more believable. Jock's response: rage. According to sources, he confronted Kendra in front of cameras during a heated argument, demanding to know the truth about the messages and the pregnancy. Witnesses said he shouted, "Tell me right now, Kendra. Tell me if that baby is mine. I ain't about to be out here looking like no fool." The fight reportedly got so heated that production had to step in and separate them. Jock stormed out, knocking over a chair on his way, while Kendra broke down in tears. Insiders claimed she screamed, "How could you even question me like that?" before collapsing into her mother's arms. And yet, despite the tears, Jock's anger wasn't cooling down. He allegedly went live later that night, though he quickly deleted it. In the short clip, fans caught him pacing, red-faced, saying, "Y'all don't know what's really going on. Stop trying to play with me. I ain't the one." That alone sent social media into a frenzy, with fans dissecting every second of his tone and body language. The storyline now had multiple threads. Was Kendra really pregnant with Jock's baby? Were the leaked DMs real? Or an elaborate setup? Most importantly, who was behind these constant leaks? Because one thing was clear, this wasn't a random coincidence. Every time the fire started to cool, another exclusive piece of evidence surfaced. Somebody wanted this scandal to blow wide open, but who? Some fans theorized it was Erica and Bambi stirring the pot for attention, while others suggested producers were leaking the drama themselves to boost ratings. A smaller group even speculated that Jock himself might be behind it, playing the victim for sympathy while hiding his own skeletons. The tension between Jock and Kendra reached new heights. But the cracks in their marriage weren't just visible. They were gaping. And the scariest part? Everyone whispered that the real receipts hadn't even come out yet. Because according to one anonymous source, there was a paternity test looming. And if those results ever leaked, it could destroy Jock's entire world. The countdown to the next bombshell had already begun. The tension had already reached fever pitch. But part 3 is where the cracks in Jock and Kendra's world widened into an earthquake. Because once whispers of a possible paternity test hit the blogs, fans knew the scandal had officially gone from messy to catastrophic. According to insiders close to production, Jock demanded a DNA test behind the scenes. He wasn't about to let the public drag his name without having answers of his own. He kept saying, "I gotta know for sure. Can't be out here raising another man's child." One producer spilled. Jock's paranoia had grown so intense that even Kendra's smallest actions, like being on her phone late at night or stepping out without telling him, triggered his anger. But here's the twist. Word leaked that Kendra initially refused the test. Sources claimed she felt insulted, even devastated that her own husband would doubt her in such a humiliating way. She told him straight up, "I'm your wife. How dare you even ask me that?" An insider said that resistance only made Jock more suspicious. Fans online tore into her saying, "If you've got nothing to hide, why not just take the test?" Meanwhile, the blogs pounced on every detail. One gossip page dropped a bombshell, claiming they had proof that the rapper linked to Kendra's alleged DMs had been spotted visiting the same OB/GYN clinic just days before Kendra was photographed there. The post racked up thousands of comments. with fans debating whether this was just a coincidence or the ultimate piece of incriminating evidence. Jock's fury spilled over into his public life. At a club hosting in Atlanta, eyewitnesses, said Jock, snapped on a DJ who played one of the rumored rapper's tracks. "Cut that expletive off right now." Jock allegedly shouted into the mic, embarrassing himself in front of a packed crowd. Videos of the moment went viral, captioned, "Jock can't even handle hearing dude's music. This scandal really eating him alive." And as if that wasn't enough, another shocking element entered the mix. A supposed pregnancy journal. A blogger claimed they had exclusive access to Kendra's private notes, where she allegedly wrote about her fears, her confusion, and her secret doubts. One leaked page read, "I don't know how to tell him. He'll never forgive me if he finds out." Though skeptics argued the journal could as easily have been fabricated, the narrative was too juicy for fans to ignore. Suddenly, hashtags like #BabyScandalATL and #JOCDrama began trending. With fans demanding answers from the couple, Kendra's silence only made matters worse. While Jock raged publicly, she stayed completely off social media. Not a post, not a story, not even a like. The absence of her voice made the speculation louder, almost as if every unanswered question confirmed people's worst suspicions. Even Love and Hip Hop alumni jumped in. Carly Red, never one to miss messy tea, posted a cryptic Instagram story with the words, "The truth always hurts, but it always comes out." Fans immediately assumed she was hinting at Jock's situation, especially given her own history with him. And of course, Spice couldn't resist. Either she told fans during a live show in Jamaica, "Jock Sayant Tech no more. Him head a mash. Up. But a so-d game go when Jaw played Widfire." Behind the scenes, the tension was unbearable. Producers reportedly had to halt filming at one point because Jock refused to shoot with Kendra until she agreed to the DNA test. One staff member claimed Jock screamed during production, "I'll shut this whole show down if y'all don't stop playing with my name." The drama was spilling into Jock's music career, too. Promoters allegedly grew hesitant to book him for events, worried that the scandal was making him too unpredictable. Nobody wants to deal with an artist who might blow up on stage or cancel last minute because of drama at home, one promoter explained. Meanwhile, Kendra was said to be breaking down privately. A close friend leaked to a blog that she cried for hours every night, saying she couldn't believe Jock doubted her so publicly. She said the one person she expected to defend her was tearing her apart instead, the friend revealed. But then the most shocking development yet. A gossip site dropped a photo that claimed to show Jock walking into a paternity clinic alone. Fans speculated this meant Jock had gone behind Kendra's back to initiate the process himself, possibly using medical access or even legal pressure to get the test underway. Whether it was real or not, the narrative stuck. Jock wanted proof, no matter the cost. And that's when a new recording leaked. This time, it was allegedly Jock and Kendra mid-argument, with Jock yelling, "If you ain't got nothing to hide, then what's the problem? You running from the truth, Kendra? That tells me everything I need to know." In the clip, Kendra's voice cracked as she screamed back, "Because it's humiliating. 'Cause you don't trust me, Jock." Why? The audio was raw, heartbreaking, and ugly. Fans who once defended Kendra now question why she was so resistant. While Jock, despite his explosive behavior, gained sympathy from people who saw a man desperate for answers. But the real kicker came when one anonymous insider leaked this chilling statement: "The test results are already in. Jock just hasn't decided when or if he's going to reveal them to the world." That single line sent shockwaves through the internet. Did Jock already know the truth? Was he sitting on information that could destroy Kendra's reputation forever? Or was this yet another rumor designed to keep the scandal alive? By this point, it didn't matter what was real or fake. The damage had been done. The couple's marriage was hanging by a thread, and fans were already predicting divorce. This marriage is over, one fan tweeted. Ain't no coming back from questioning a baby. But little did anyone know, the biggest bombshell hadn't even dropped yet. Because according to multiple whispers, there was another person about to step forward, someone with receipts that could flip the entire story upside down. The question wasn't whether Jock and Kendra's marriage could survive, was whether either of them would make it out of this scandal with their reputations intact. And the countdown to the truth had already begun. Just when fans thought they had seen every possible twist in Jock and Kendra's scandal, the story took a turn that no one could have predicted. Because out of nowhere, someone new stepped forward, and the receipts they brought could change everything. The mysterious figure, woman claiming to be connected to the same Atlanta rapper tied to Kendra's alleged DMIs. She came forward on Instagram Live, furious and emotional, saying she had been involved with the rapper for months. Within minutes, clips of her live spread across Twitter, TikTok, and gossip blogs. Fans went wild, with some calling her a liar, clout chasing for attention, while others insisted this was the missing puzzle piece that tied the whole story together. JOC, meanwhile, was said to be livid. According to insiders, he called producers demanding they shut down filming until they got control of the leaks. He said this wasn't a reality show anymore. It was a setup, one source revealed. But production wasn't backing down. If anything, they saw this as ratings gold. Every leak, every meltdown, every tear was content they knew fans were eating up. Kendra, however, was spiraling. The stress reportedly pushed her to the edge. Sources close to her claimed she was experiencing panic attacks and even considered walking away from the show completely. She said she couldn't take the pressure anymore, that everybody was making her out to be the villain. One of her friends shared, she kept saying, "This isn't fair. This isn't who I am." But then another twist hit, because while Jock and Kendra were dealing with the woman's shocking claims, new audio surfaced. This time it was a recording of the Atlanta rapper himself, allegedly on a phone call with a friend. In the leaked snippet, a voice that sounded just like him could be heard saying, "She told me straight up. She don't even know if it's Jock's baby. She said he'd gonna lose his mind if he ever finds out." The internet exploded. Was this proof that Kendra had been confiding in someone outside her marriage? Or was it yet another manufactured leak designed to make her look guilty? Fans were divided. Some argued the audio could have been manipulated, while others said it was the smoking gun. Hashtags like #Kendra exposed and #BabyDramaATL dominated social media, and the memes came in full force. Jock was painted as the clueless husband, Kendra as the secretive wife, and the rapper as the chaotic third party tearing their world apart. What made things worse was the fact that Kendra still refused to break her silence. The longer she stayed quiet, the more convinced fans became that she had something to hide. Jock, on the other hand, couldn't stop reacting. Eyewitnesses spotted him at a bar ranting about betrayal, shouting, "Everybody out here playing with my name. The one, I'm not no clown." The meltdown was caught on camera by fans, and within hours the video had millions of views. Jock's unhinged demeanor only fueled speculation that the test results, or whatever truth he was holding, were too devastating to share. And then came the ultimate escalation. The Atlanta rapper himself broke his silence in a shocking Instagram post. He wrote, "I don't know nobody nothing. Never said that was my baby. Y'all running with lies? Keep my name out y'all's mouth." But fans weren't buying it. The comments section immediately flooded with people dragging him for backtracking. "You was just bragging to that girl on live," one user wrote. "Oh no. You're scared because Jock about to run up on you." Behind the scenes, insiders claimed Jock was plotting exactly that. He said he's done with the talking. He's ready to confront dude face to face. One source spilled. He said he wants to look him in the eye and hear it straight. Producers reportedly tried to intervene, warning Jock that any physical confrontation could jeopardize his spot on the show. But Jock allegedly snapped back, Y'all don't understand. This ain't TV for me. This my real life. At this point, even other castmates started chiming in. Yandy Smith dropped a cryptic post saying, "Y'all better pray for peace because this gon' get ugly." Erica Dixon shared a laughing emoji-filled tweet, clearly reveling in Jock's pain. And Bambi, never missing a chance to stir the pot, went live to say this whole situation a mess, but I knew from the start that marriage wasn't built to last. The entire Love and Hip Hop fan base was glued to their screens, waiting for the inevitable explosion. But just when it seemed like Jock was about to confront the rapper, another curveball hit. A new leak suggested that Jock might not be the only one with questions about Kendra's loyalty. Allegedly, Kendra had receipts of her own and she was threatening to expose them if Jock kept dragging her, according to whispers. She had texts, photos, and even video clips proving that Jock wasn't as innocent as he was making himself out to be. One insider claimed Kendra's been keeping files. She said if Jock ever tried to humiliate her, she'd bring everything to light. And when I say everything, I mean everything. This revelation turned the narrative upside down. Suddenly, fans began to wonder if Jock was pushing the DNA test and raging about betrayal, not because he was the victim, but because he was hiding his own dirty secrets. The entire scandal had shifted from, is Jock the father, to who's really telling the truth? And with both Jock and Kendra allegedly holding back damning evidence, fans were left bracing for the next leak that could obliterate the fragile remains of their marriage. Because if Jock exposed Kendra, Kendra was ready to burn Jock's entire legacy to the ground. And as the world watched, the stakes couldn't be higher. Jock didn't control the narrative soon. The next leak could permanently shatter not just his marriage, but his entire career. Because insiders whispered that the final leak, one everyone was waiting on, was already in the hands of the blogs. And when it dropped, it wouldn't just expose the truth about Kendra's pregnancy. It would also expose Jock's darkest secret. The moment fans had been dreading finally arrived. Just when Jock thought things couldn't get worse, the final leak dropped, and it was the most devastating one yet. A popular Atlanta gossip blog posted a blurry but unmistakable screenshot, a hospital intake form with Kendra's name, her pregnancy details, and in the emergency contact section, not Jock's name, but the Atlanta rapper's. The internet went nuclear. Within minutes, the post racked up hundreds of thousands of shares. Memes mocked Jock for being left out of the most intimate moment of his wife's life, while hashtags like #NotTheDaddy and #Kendra played JOC trended worldwide. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing, and many were convinced this was the nail in the coffin for their marriage. Jock, reportedly blindsided by the leak, went into a rage. Sources close to him claimed he punched a hole in the wall of his studio and screamed that he was done being embarrassed. Producers tried to calm him down, but Jock allegedly threatened to walk off the show permanently. "They're trying to destroy me on purpose," he shouted. "This ain't even about the truth no more. This is about making me look like a clown." Kendra, meanwhile, was said to be breaking down in private. Her friends revealed that she felt completely betrayed, not just by Jock, but by the production team and even the rapper himself. She thought she could control the narrative, but now everything's out there. One insider said, "She told us I never wanted it to come to this." The fallout spread like wildfire. Jock's family members went public, defending him. His mother appeared in a Facebook Live crying and saying, "My son don't deserve this humiliation. Y'all ruining his name." His cousins and siblings posted messages of support, blasting Kendra for not protecting him. But even as Jock's family rallied behind him, others weren't so sympathetic. Erica Dixon posted a shady laughing gif while Bambi commented under a gossip page, "Couldn't be me." The piling on made Jock's humiliation even worse, and fans speculated he was spiraling. Then came the cliffhanger twist nobody saw coming. Just as the world was tearing Kendra apart, Whispers emerged that the hospital form might not be what it seemed. Some eagle-eyed fans pointed out discrepancies in the handwriting and formatting, suggesting it could have been doctored. This revelation sparked a whole new debate online. Was Kendra guilty, or was someone deliberately fabricating evidence to destroy her? Was the Atlanta rapper setting her up, or was a third party leaking documents to stir chaos? Jock himself reportedly didn't know what to believe anymore. In a private conversation leaked by yet another insider, Jock allegedly admitted, "I don't even know what's real anymore. One minute I'm the father, the next I'm not. One minute she loyal, the next she's sneaky. I feel like I'm losing my mind." Fans were left stunned. The man who once laughed his way through scandals was now unraveling in front of the world. Kendra was silent, Jock was broken, and the truth was buried under layers of leaks, rumors, and betrayal. And just when people thought it was over, a new post from the Atlanta rapper himself reignited the fire. He uploaded a cryptic message to Instagram stories that simply read, "DNA don't lie, coming soon." That single sentence sent shockwaves through social media. Was he about to reveal test results? Did he really believe he was the father? Was this just another bluff to keep his name in the headlines? No one knew. But one thing was certain, the drama wasn't finished. Jock and Kendra's marriage now hung by a thread, their reputations in tatters. And the entire hip-hop world watching, waiting for the next bombshell dot, because if the DNA results surfaced, it wouldn't just answer the question of paternity. They decide the future of Jock's marriage, his career, and his dignity. And until that moment came, the world would be holding its breath. And there you have it. Family, the most explosive scandal to ever rock young Jock and Kendra's marriage. What started as whispers of a pregnancy has spiraled into leaked documents, cryptic posts, family feuds, and a meltdown so raw that fans are questioning if Jock can even recover from this humiliation. But the real question now is, who's telling the truth and who's manipulating the narrative? Did Kendra truly hide a secret pregnancy from Jock? Or is this just one of the dirtiest setups reality TV has ever seen? And if that DNA test Jock hinted at really surfaces, will it clear his name or destroy everything for good? I need to know what you think. Do you believe Kendra has been playing Jock this whole time? Or do you think Jock is being dragged through a storyline bigger than even he can handle? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from over and your voice matters in keeping the heat alive. And if you thought tonight's breakdown was wild, crust, what's coming next is going to leave you speechless. Got sources hinting that even bigger receipts are about to drop. When they do, this whole saga is going to explode 2 levels nobody saw coming. So hit that like button if you want to stay locked in, subscribe so you don't miss the next shocking update, and smash that notification bell, because when this bombshell finally drops, you'll want to be the first to know. This is just the beginning, and the tea is only getting hotter. Stay tuned, because the next twist in Jock and Kendra's story could change everything.